I want Endpoint to win more than anything. Like, we've got a UK team doing quite well in Valorant, but I want one in Counter-Strike. I really want one so badly. And this is definitely the best looking like UK, well, I get majority team we've seen maybe ever, like in a long time, at least within CSGO. I know that you're probably gonna be like, well, I don't care, Risk. I don't care.
But now we have a player. We have a player who's pretty good at the game CSGO. Yeah, it's this, and Tasian will help him. Oh, okay. Robin, 2 HP, still surviving, still jumping around, allowed to get a free frag onto Santaris. And another one, but Tapson answers back. Surely now, Robin will be taken out of the equation, and he will. That looked dangerous for just a minute.
Yeah, I think there may be a little bit of a miscommunication or misplay there, just with the amount of space that Robin was able to get. It's like, oh, hello, Zontaris. But yeah, the pistol round started off so strong. I don't think we're really worrying too much for the side of Big. And as said, like, this is a map where I expect them to be more of a dominant force. We are actually going to see a repurchase, though, into this one. Not something you see as commonly when you don't get the bomb planted, mainly because, well, it looks like what you're currently seeing, mostly pistols, 1 SMG. But I guess in this scenario, Endpoint are just thinking, you know what? We need to take some risks. We need to try and get on the board early, build some momentum. Let's try and break him here.
Once again, Steerson with the scout, and on the other side of things, Endpoint invested. As you said. 1 UMP 45 on Robin, and the rest of the gang with pistols. Let's see if they can get this one going. Santaris close range for the FAMAS. We'll get the first one ready for the second duel as well, and grabs a 2 for 1. Searson will get a shot in the back of Crucial, and that should be the round.
Tom's looking to at least try and make this a little bit more costly, but
yeah, if you can get a frag now, like, this is not a bad round. It's definitely not a good one either, but yeah, he gets this one to go. So now he has done the job of denying some of the economy of the CT side. The bomb is still in control, so he's not going to win it, but it's going to be a 2-0 with only 2 people surviving, 2 weapons, and it's going to be a scout on an M4. And just to continue off your argument, that, in my opinion, there has been a British squad doing okay in CSGO, but I have once again to agree with you. They came on the back of a CSS team, which of course was the Mouse Sports, and then a Nexus side with Rattlesnake and the boys back in 2012, 2013. So it's been a while, Tom.
It's been a long time. Interestingly, speaking of UK Counter-Strike players, Smooth has actually made a prediction for this match, for the final map of the scoreline.
Okay.
He said it's going to be 16-4 or 25-23, and no team has been named as the victor.
All right. Thank you for that.
Keeping it nice and vague.
Yeah. That's fine. So either it's going to be incredibly one-sided or incredibly close. I like that. Either one of those scenarios is the storyline in itself.
Yeah, the 16-4 in terms of Endpoint's favor is not looking great. I'll be honest, considering if
it's
Big
probably
win this round,
going to be the other way around. But then again, Mighty Max gets an opening kill against this and with the AWP scoped in, so everything's possible now, I guess.
Yeah, I do, however, think it's going to be very important that Endpoint do get onto the scoreboard relatively early. I don't want to see them losing 5-6 rounds like we saw from Big, because although I do believe in Big's ability to bring it back, and although, to be fair, we did see them do it in the second half of the last map from 10-5 down to return to prominence, I don't feel like this is a map where they can really bet on Big having a poor half of either side like they did on the CT side of Dust 2. I think on the T side of this map, they're going to be just as deadly as they will be on the CT side. Well,
this is in general just a very, very solid map for Big. Doesn't even matter what side they're on. And we can see this now by Keto very confidently pushing from the A side. And Tishin is still sitting here on the B side. Yes, Sirson has gone down, but Tapson onto Crucial. If Tapson just can hold on in mid, this is going to be round over. Santaris might even destroy the hopes before the round does. Tishin still in the back corner, still trying to deny this. Not dead yet, but will swing out. Keto in the back and gets one. Santaris with another. Mighty Max all alone. Yeah,
He has to kill them both. That's it. Like, he had to kill them both there because the bomb was in such an awkward spot. And although Keto only ends up getting 1 kill, it was at the perfect moment. Like, in a 2 versus 2 situation where there just wasn't enough time. And a very well-played round in the end from Big, considering that they did lose that opening duel. They made that look like I guess they were in control. I think that's the best way to put it. They were in control all the way through that round, even though they were at a disadvantage.
So now just pistols. For the Brits, and according to Smooth's prediction, now have to win 16 rounds in a row or go into OT.
Not even just 1 OT as well. It has to be multiple OTs.
Several OTs.
Round is not looking like the best for them in terms of what they have invested. Has gained some ground, but I think it's so common for players to be able to get into window, especially now that you can do it on your lonesome. I would hope at least there's somebody watching, and as you can see on the map, Hanson is holding just to make sure. Keto has to be a little bit careful. He's going to go for the push through, but I think Thomas was waiting for a flash, and he's going to get a flash of bullets going through his skull.
Yes, I'm still waiting here with the orb. Has to back up as well. Rotation should be coming in. Oh, okay, so they're not going to hold this one. Santaris waits. And that's fine. They can get through jungle, yes, but it has to be a monumental task right now. Tabson's on the side. Surreal only 1 left. He's got 2, yes, but probably not able to get 5 here. But I say that, and oh, it's so close. 73 HP remaining. Surreal almost getting it to go, but will be denied at the end.
This is at least where we will see Endpoint getting back onto the purchase. And with the amount of money they've managed to reduce, I guess, from the fund of Big, this would be an incredible round to win. Like, although they are down quite far, we'd likely see a 4 spy. If they win that, then we could be looking at a 5-3 scoreline. Really not bad at all. Of course, the first thing they have to do is win a round. Like, that's a pivotal point. Damage at this point doesn't really matter so much anymore. The UK squad will start doing some damage, and in fact, the main damage that's been done is onto Crucial. He's having to retreat back, and Mighty Max is being spammed as well. Zontaris finds him through the smoke.
That's such a nice, like, denial of space in top mid with the Molotov and everything. 2 players in the window. They know the T side has that upper mid to begin with. They decide to contest it, and just perfectly done. Textbook. And Tabson might as well catch someone off guard here, but he's deciding to just hold the angle. Waiting a bit. Maybe for a high flash from Tishin, but Crucial is on the defensive and still holding it.
Zontaris, after they do lose a man, instantly starts to re-aggress towards the ramp. Keto's found 1, and while there's the second, he's actually going to go running through just to retrieve the rifle, and the bomb up in the palace completely isolated. Well, now completely alone anyway. Surreal left, and a 1 versus 4. Seems like a lot of the steam that Endpoint had from the previous map has now been diminished, and this is something I can sort of talk to you about. Obviously, you've been someone who has owned teams in the past, and I don't know if you played at all, but we don't need to talk about if you did play back.
That's a long time ago, so don't anyways.
More so the mental game when it comes off losing like one of those overtime matches that was so close. It was in your favor, 2 match points. Is that one of the toughest things for like a lot of the teams you play with, at least, to come back from mentally?
Yeah, definitely. It's such a hard thing because you felt like, and it's in the situations I've been, it's only been as a coach or as a manager, like trying to get some momentum, some self-confidence back in the boys, and it's almost impossible. You have to be a very, very strong individual mentally to kind of bounce back. If you win the first map, lose the second map even in OT, and then go and face that third map where you know your opponent is very strong. It's a very, very hard thing to do, and I can count. Wow, that's a good name. I can count the number of players who have the mental like strength to do that on one hand. Like it's that hard. Okay, that's nice though.
That is one hell of a start, and Surreal playing the hero rifle in this round is going to try and play off of this 1 kill. Zontaris though with the monster spray down. 3 kills to his name already. Robin gonna find a second at least, but Tabson just waiting patiently for the crow.
Oh, yeah, of course, eco frags, we have to mention that, but Zontaris is on 14-4 right now. I think he's above 150 ADR at this point. That was crazy. 7-0. And at this point, I would actually like Endpoint to take a pause if this buy round doesn't work out, because at this point the game is slipping out of your hands this early on. So you have to just spend all the timeouts. The coach has to come in with all the input he has, because at this point nothing's sticking, nothing's working.
Yeah, I think the issue is that a couple of these rounds have been close. So it gives you that sort of mindset of, oh, it's not going that bad, just if we got this kill, if we got this kill. Like,
yeah.
But then it gets to like, well, what we're about to be looking at, an 8-0 scoreline, and then it's a problem. But okay, Crucial and Robin have managed to break this one down to just Tizium remaining, but he gets the headshot not only through the wall,
all right,
but onto the healthier player, and Robin is left on just 4 HP.
Let's see a Kobe nade here. Shout out to
a lot of utility. Oh, okay. Doesn't matter. Just spray him down. Only needed 1 bullet to connect. And as said, close rounds, but no victories. It doesn't matter how they're won by a big. You can get it down to 1 player every single time. Your economy can be still on the brink. Like for an 8-0 scoreline, this is not the economy you expect to see with a few players. Well, only 2 players above $1,000.
To be honest, I have to say, like, this is a fine call from the coach or the in-game leader, whoever calls the timeout right now from Endpoint. Because some might say you should save your timeouts for the potential like rough rounds in the latter stages of the game. But when you're 0-8 behind on a map 3, you should take the timeouts now. So kudos and good choice from whoever did this from Endpoint. The problem I see is, will it actually amount to anything? Because Centaurus is 208 ADR. He's on another planet right now. So it becomes kind of a hard question to answer. Like, will tactical changes amount to anything in the end? It has to be like a mentality, a confidence thing now. And that can be also the job of a coach sometimes. Just not to call the right strategies, but also to instill confidence in the players. And Mighty Max, if he had any, that just got punched out of him.
At this round, I'm sure they're not expecting night and day, but hey, that's a nice shot from Surreal. It leaves Zontaras out in the open, but this man has been a king of Mirage for a long, long time, and he's even going to be able to escape here with Keto looking to back him up. Man from Turkey is on hot form, but there are 2 kills back in response. He's still there, though. 17 kills already within 8 rounds. That is... Well, it just seems wrong on so many levels that one player can be able to do this much heavy lifting. And unfortunately for Endpoint, it's come at the worst possible time. The crucial map within the series. I know that Cadian actually tweeted as well, saying that they've been slowed down with their schedule, but never mind. It might be about to slow a little more. Crucial's going to get the 1 versus 2. I didn't expect that to come through, I won't lie. But he hits the shot with the dig. Getting a couple along the way.
It feels so good to get like a timeout. Of course, we don't know what the coaches said in here, what the players talked about, but I imagine they were talking to each other saying, okay, guys, we have to do this. We have to get this one to go. We have to start this comeback right now. And then you actually make it work. And even on top of that, it comes off the back of a clutch. If they can build on this momentum, if they can get something going now, because the economy has been denied, this could be the restart. But Searson once again comes in, slaps them in the face, and says, this is my court.
Oh, Surreal. He's tried to make a few solo plays around this B site with maybe a kill going in his direction. The crazy thing as well is that this is now a force buy from Big.
Yeah.
After 8-0 up, they are now sat with some SMGs, a couple of Deagles, and then, well, at least the AWP onto Searson, which in many cases can be enough. But this is Endpoint's chance. And I said it earlier when we were looking at 5-0, that they could break back. Now they've got to do it to at least make it 8-2.
Surreal getting the window position. Searson still just watching the connector, but Keto has actually pushed all the way out through Palace. Will he go back towards ramp? I think that's the play. That has to be the play, but the position now of Thomas could be an irritating one, denying this whole thing, but No one's checking Keto right now. That has to be the play. Oh no, he misses the bullets, but he does hit the one in the end. And Keto doubles up. Taps in with one as well. Crucial now in a very tough spot. Yeah,
he's dead. He's dead.
Oh wow, that's and that's so heartbreaking because Endpoint just felt like they were handed a gift from God and a way to get back into the game. They have the economy, they have the clutch going on, they have everything going, and then they just get smacked like this.
I think all this is proving to me is that you can never doubt the impact of Keto with the Deagle. Like every single round, we've seen one of these like weaker purchases where he just has a pistol. He is the impact player. Like sure, you'll get a kill or two from Zontaras every once in a while, but I think whenever there's Deagles in play, we should just be watching Keto and what he plans to do next, because it's always a flank, it's always the right timing, and well, it just seems to be going from bad to worse. Still, Endpoint do have a purchase, but there's even some weaponry and utility missing from this buy. Big are just looking dominant.
Yeah, they've already spent 3 smokes in mid, and the only thing they've gotten from it is Mighty Max into the connector, but the counter smoke has already been thrown down, so I don't know. This seems very rough, and now it's going to be a big execute on towards the bomb side, but the big players are ready to answer, and oh, there's just no chance right now, Tom. There's just no answer.
Yeah, this is seeming like quite a depressing end to what's been a very good series. You want an exciting, like, slobber knocker of a third map, and instead it's just big pounding Endpoint into the ground.
As they usually do with teams on Mirage.
Yeah, that is true. This is one of the reasons I'm sure like the desk and myself were thinking that this would be their pick, because it's one where Endpoint are weaker and it's one where Big are formidable, but they are very good at Dust 2 as well. Endpoint just showed they could roll with them. Unfortunately, it seems like their chance might have gone. Robin at least doing some damage in this 1v5. Again, we've spoken about this already. They've been making a lot of these rounds costly. Of course, this round not so much, but the problem is, well, the only round they've managed to win was a 1v2 clutch out from Crucial.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's been deadly silent. And the biggest worry for me, sure, Mighty Max isn't having the best of games, but it's Thomas. On these T sides, he has been fantastic in both maps, and he is gone. Like, he's gone with the wind.
Yeah. Top mid smoke right side once again. Molotov into the window. Pretty standard. Denying the space for the AWP. And they're actually going to get a pretty quick B take here, if they want to. But Santaris once again towards short, holding this angle. Citizen denying Surreal, and the secondary player is also there. Robin has to land this frag, and he can't. This is tough times.
So we spoke earlier about how Surreal had like a buggy sort of ADR, and it was like 200. That's ridiculous. Zontaras has 200 ADR.
Yeah.
But like actually has 200 ADR.
He wants to finish this. He was just getting angry about like losing the first map, but Crucial is getting angry now as well. Taps and shuts it down though. Straight up 200 ADR. I like it.
It's ridiculous. It might even go down because he only got 1 kill this round.
Yeah. Imagine finishing a half with 200 ADR. Like that is a real possibility at this point, that he'll finish with around 200 ADR and a half. He's 192.
I think the real worry at this point is the fact that it's 11-1 and Endpoint getting slammed. Maybe that's just me. Might be a little bit biased.
The Oracle
it went down. He got a kill and it went down.
The Oracle Smooya, of course, might be right now. Might not actually not even be right. 16-4 might be too much of a credit to get to Endpoint.
Yeah, I wonder who he's actually like rooting for in this match though. He's obviously an ex-member of Big, and then, well, I know an ex-member of both teams, I guess you could say, and also, well, from the UK. But
yeah.
We'll see. He'll probably just say whoever wins, I imagine. But
yeah, the classic.
Yeah, we'll see. Can they at least get themselves back to 4? Give them a lifeline. I think anything less than that, even a pistol win, won't change too much going into the second half. And
yeah,
the scary prospect is that even though we're sort of talking about how well Zontaras is doing, this has been much more of a team performance in terms of individual brilliance. Like you've got Keto playing well, you've got well, pretty much everyone. Tamsin as well. I think it's 14-7 at the moment. He's having a great game. It's just that he's being overshadowed by how fantastic
the movement. The movement on Keto there. Wow, it's so perfect.
Okay.
It's just so perfect. Like, what can you do against that? He's taken every step he's making like this is the correct one. Citizen pushed up in Palace and he'll hold down Thomas. It's been all orbs right now. They haven't seen a rifle yet. Until shot out. Santaris with a counter. So let's see Santaris can get some more ADR. Robin all alone. Oh no, oh no, oh no, Robin. Oh no, Robin. Please, thank you. Oh, he gets the jump to go. That's nice. Well, the round is over.
Home.
The round is over, Tom. That was depressing. That's entirely
like the World Cup all over again.
Yeah.
It's like, yes, we're finally gonna do it. Everybody's happy, and then this.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous. Like, you have to give props over to Big for grinding through the matches and then coming out with a performance like this.
Yeah, to be honest, this is not Endpoint losing the game. This is not them playing bad. This is just Big. This is why they're #1 in the world. There's no question about it. They're just so good right now. Of course, yes, there are mistakes being made by Endpoint, yes, but Big are just on another level right now.
Oh, this is not really the buy you want to be seeing going into the penultimate round of the half. Single AK, a scout, a few pistols. And you can see like just how confidently Big are playing. They're just battling for every single duel. It almost seems like it's a team competition at the moment to see who can get the most frags. And while Keto, they're going to be waiting for him this time. I think that's the first time I've actually seen him get caught with these sort of plays. Crucial also making it into the window, but Zontares make sure that this isn't going to go any further.
Pressure on Tizian now, because the rotation from Zontares is going to happen, but I'm not sure if the timing is going to be right for him. Tizian has to hold down the bomb site. Might get some... Yeah, okay, now the smoke comes down. Zontares is going to rotate into kitchen and maybe even towards the back of the site when the smoke lands. Let's see how the timing is going to work out. Here comes the rotation. Tizian has to get one.
Haven't been able to take him out. Don't worry, those Zontares is there to get 2 straight back. Robin left alone, and well, I'd be quaking in my boots at this point, but he is still going to connect. The second as well, but the flames are enough. Again, it's close, but again, it's nothing. As Endpoint still sit with 1 round, 13th onto the board. And what I was going to say earlier, before Crucial actually made the clutch, was Cadian was tweeting how he was looking forward to his first match, but unfortunately, because of how long this game has been, it's a little bit delayed. Well, don't worry, Cadian. Big are speeding up the schedule for you. I'm sure your game will be underway in no time. Of course, that is Heroic versus Mad Lions as our second best of 3 of the day for Europe. We do have a little bit of NA later on as well.
Zontares almost back to 200 ADR. Keto is holding it down strong on this A-bomb site. Mighty Max might get the entry. It's actually going to be Surreal taking it away from him. And Spearson now aggressing with the AWP. Taps on the bomb site as well. There just seems to be no quarter for Endpoint. Lots of damage taken. Tizian edging out. Zontares and Spearson versus Crucial and Thomas now.
Both players are low. Unfortunately, that means there won't be much extra ADR for Zontares here. He is going to get the first, though, and now Crucial needs to connect onto both. They're going to face him together, and Spearson closes this half out 14-1. Well, there's going to be a short break, ladies and gentlemen, and I imagine the time we come back may be even shorter. We'll just have to wait and see.
How hard can you go when the beat drop? can you, how hard can you, how hard can you, how hard can you go, 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 go. How hard can you go when the beat drop? How hard can you go? How hard can you go? Go. How hard can you go? How hard can you go? Go. How hard can you? How hard can you? How hard can you? How hard can you go? Go, 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 go. How hard can you go? How hard can you go? Go. How hard can you go?
Welcome back to Mirage. The score is 14-1, and Big are very, very close to ending this series, but miracles have happened before. This one just seems so incredibly unlikely. We have Santares having one of the best halves of his career in bigger tournaments, and yeah, he's 25 frags, and he is around 185 ADR. Welcome into the pistol round. Let's see if Mighty Max and the boys can do something.
That's going to be a quick... Are they going for the 4-man B plant bomb A?
Oh, wow.
This is not a strategy you're allowed to use in a professional match.
This is what Tom does every time we play Face It.
This is unacceptable, Big. I can't believe this is... Like, I can't believe
that's
this
not
is
allowed.
a thing. He's going...
No
to...
way!
What is
No
this?
way! No way!
If he wins this, I may have to just leave. But, you know, we'll see. It is going to be Searson in a 1 versus 4. Normally, the thing with that strategy is that you actually don't all die on the other side of the map. And thankfully, it is just going to... There's a reason this strategy is not used. I can't believe they've just thrown that in a pistol round.
Oh, wow. So it will be a round for Endpoint, so... Nice round for Robin. Bomb goes down. What are we going to see here for Big Clan? Pistols or the buy-up? You see Robin here getting 2 of them. Very nicely done. And it's going to be the buy-up, of course. Scout on Searson. 3 Galils, 1 AK on Keto.
Well, we'll see if they can break back almost instantly. It's a wide peek out, and Crucial just looking to try and take the fight. It's going to be him combining with Robin. And they're going to shut this one down very quickly. Tizian now left to try and clutch this one out. Unfortunately, he doesn't have the bomb. Does at least get a kill onto Mighty Max, but realistically, with the bomb in the control of the defending side and Tizian on just 11 HP, it's going to be a very easy conversion for Endpoint.
Tom, we're getting very close to a potential.
I believe.
We might have to hail Smoothie as...
say comeback.
Yeah, no. We might have to hail Smoothie as the prophet of our times.
No, I'm going with his other. It's going to be 25-23 victory for Endpoint.
Fair enough. I'm going to give you the ability to say that. That's fine.
I think I've gone full Blair with Asian Counter-Strike. It's got to my head.
A man can only be disappointed so many times, Tom.
If there are any Twitch chat therapists, I may need to contact you afterwards. Hopefully your fee is not out of this world, but if it is, I'm sure it's worth the cash.
All right, Flash is top mid. It's a full eco for Big. Let's see if they can take out the player in the window. That's crucial. Secondary flash will not land, but Keto's Deagle will. Thomas and Robin both coming in with a frag, and the round should fizzle out. About now, but Tapson what? Fully flashed. Still gets the frag on Thomas. No problem. And 2v3. No weapon has been picked up yet. The bomb is still in the hands of the T side, though.
Yeah, they have an opportunity to maybe get this down or at least isolate a duel. Can we not see this again? Okay. He's not actually trying to get into the window by the look of it. Or at least that's what he styled it out to look like. Making a fair amount of noise, but I don't think there's anybody really close enough.
They have two rifles
flash towards the A site, and it will actually pull a rotation. Robin's going to start going back in that direction.
They spotted Mighty
Max was even trying to rotate himself, but now they're going to go for the plant. This is bold from Tabson. He's just going to stand in front of his opponent with a smoke to defend him, and now Big have that after plant position. The spam through does a lot of damage to Mighty Max, but it's more on his teammates here to try and use this distraction to get back in, but Tabson quick. It's only one. Keto left, 1 versus 1, and Max is low on HP. He's heard the footsteps because he knows he's crossed to the left side. He catches him as well to rub salt into the wounds. Big 15-3 off the back of just some pistols, and the economy, well, as if it matters, is just in the dirt for Endpoint.
That was just insane. 2v3, picks up weaponry, no armor, still gets it done. Tabson with a fully flashed Deagle headshot. Everything's just aligning for Big Clan at this moment. 168 ADR for Santaris, lining up the smoke.
Not 200 though, is it really?
It's not
Come
200.
on, slacking.
Smoke's landing now
need to
towards
feed
the
him some
side.
kills.
Is this the bait? This might be the bait for the B play. Let's wait and see. Yep, it is. Very nicely done. Go plant B for free. Well, one player will be there. That's Mighty Max. But they have basically the whole side down. They're gonna get a free frag into Mighty Max, and now the CT side will have realized the error of their ways, but they also know that they're on pistols. There's not much they can do anyway. They have invested all the money, but I don't think it'll be enough.
Well, yeah, they have to go for it. This is the series point now for Big. They have plenty of them to play with, but I can't really see this one slipping away. Only pistols. An AK picked up for Robin at least, and a Molotov alongside it might be a saving grace for them, give them something. And he has been the one man able to at least put up some numbers here. 18 kills and only 3 rounds. That's a pretty depressing stat line in comparison. He is going to find the trade onto Searson, at least giving them a little bit of space to push forward. No AWP anymore, and Surreal actually wins that duel with a trade almost coming in instantly. There is a kit onto Thomas as well, so they have that extra time. He has everything to do, and the Deagle shot connected, but he's up against the raid boss.